Welcome to Mr. Iyer's Digital Dialogue, your trusted source for deep dives into the digital landscape and the transformative power of innovation. Today's episode is brought to you by RCG Roark Consulting Group, the consulting powerhouse where innovation seamlessly merges with fundamental business truths. Now, introducing the man behind the dialogue, a thought leader, a digital enthusiast, and a voice that resonates with the nuances of the tech world, please welcome your host, Mr. Mahesh Iyer.
Hello, listeners. It is Mahesh Iyer here, your host for today's enlightening session. For those tuning in for the first time, a warm welcome to Mr. Iyer's Digital Dialogue. Our episode aims to dissect, discuss, and delve deep into the world of SaaS sales, B2B sales, digital transformation, marketing, and its countless facets. Before we jump in, let's take a moment and give a big shout out to our sponsor for this episode, RCG, Roark Consulting Group, founded on the cutting edge first principle framework. RCG is a beacon for business seeking to navigate the intricate pathways of today's volatile business environment. The mission is not just to consult, but to partner strategically, offering actionable insights that truly transform businesses from the roots. Their expertise span across industries from SaaS and tech to manufacturing and BFSI. A big thank you to the team of RCG for supporting this dialogue. Now, today's topic, B2B sales, a domain I've spent significant time in and as on-demand GTM and global sales leader. My reflection today are inspired by a McKinsey article, a piece that keenly highlights the rise and significance of hybrid selling in B2B landscape. First thing first, hybrid selling. Once pandemic-induced adoption is now an en route to becoming the norm by 2024. The reason? Evolving customer preference and an undeniable shift to remote first interaction. The heart of our conversation today centers on hybrid selling. McKinsey article paints an evocative picture. Hybrid selling, a child of pandemic necessity, is gearing up to dominate the sales playbook by 2024. But why this dynamic shift? First, evolving preference. The modern customer is a digital native, comfortably oscillating between online and offline world, seeking fluid experience. They appreciate the flexibility hybrid models offer, granting them autonomy over their engagement. Second, enhanced revenue streams. The potential of hybrid sales to spike revenues by an eyebrow-raising 50% isn't mere hyperbole. It's a confluence of deeper, nuanced customer interaction, an expanded outreach canvas, and the tapping of clear reservoir, unfettered by geographical confinements. Now, what's fascinating is the claim that hybrid sales can potentially drive revenues by a staggering 50%. What's the secret? Deeper customer engagement, broader outreach, and a diverse talent pool that breaks the barrier of geographies.
This enlightening conversation is brought to you by RCG Roark Consulting Group. Delivering actionable business insights, RCG is your partner in navigating today's complex business terrain. Stay ahead with RCG.
Diving deeper into the McKinsey insights, B2B success in this new era hinges on omni-channel mastery. It's not about being everywhere, but being effectively everywhere. Each touch point, whether digital or physical, must resonate with brand's voice and values. Strategic expansion. In our digital age, growth is intertwined with reach. The tools and platforms at our disposal allow businesses to engage audience previously deemed unreachable. Balancia adds, the art lies in knowing when to leverage the digital and when the human touch is irreplaceable. This equilibrium is pivotal. Insight-driven strategies in our data-abundant world harnessing relevant insights, both from customers and internal teams, is the bedrock of impactful strategies. Technological fluidity. With tech landscape in perennial flux, B2B needs agility in adopting, adapting, and discarding tools based on their efficacies. A culture of growth, last but not least. Beyond tools and strategies, the bedrock is fostering a culture that values learning, relearning, and unlearning in tandem with times. But as I reflect on this with my experience, the true challenge lies in operationalizing the shift. Training needs a revamp. Instead of exhaustive energy draining video calls, we should focus on crisp, bite sized learning modules. The tools in the toolkit of the future salesperson need a redefinition with new emphasis on remote sales skills. Consistent mentorship and coaching become paramount in this landscape, ensuring cohesive and growth. And the most crucial, we need to recognize hybrid sales not as transient phase, but as a steadfast pillar of the modern sales environment. Now, beyond this pillar, there are other critical dimensions worth our attention. Customer centricity. In the digital age, it's easy to be swept up by tools, data, and strategies. Yet the crux remains understanding and anticipating customer needs. Every decision, strategy, and tool we adopt must ultimately answer one question: does it enhance the customer experience? Second is robust infrastructure. As we tilt towards remote first environment, ensuring a strong, scalable, and secure digital infrastructure becomes paramount. Downtime glitches or breaches can significantly dent trust, which is especially critical in B2B landscape, where relationships often span years. Diversity and inclusion. The hybrid model offers the unique advantage of sourcing talent globally. Tapping into this potential isn't just about expanding the talent pool, but about integrating diverse perspectives. Multiple studies highlight how diverse teams often outperform their counterparts. Thanks to varied insights, experiences, and problem solving approaches, continuous feedback loops. In a dynamic landscape, periodic reviews won't cut it. B2B needs to cultivate a culture where feedback, both from customers and internal team, is continuous, actionable, and cherished. This ensures strategies remain agile and relevant. These added dimensions underscore the intricate tapestry of modern B2B sales. Hybrid selling isn't merely about combining online and offline modes. It's about integrating a marriage of strategy, perspectives, and tools, all converging towards unparalleled customer value. Let's take a short break and give a shout out to our sponsors, RCG.
Our exploration into the B2B digital arena today is sponsored by RCG Roar Consulting Group, a name synonymous with innovation in sales. Their inside sales services are nothing short of revolutionary. Picture this: global SDRs, scattered across geographies, speaking the language of your customers, and working remotely. This isn't a vision of the distant future, it's RCG's present. What makes it even more compelling is the 50% cost reduction, proving that quality and affordability can coexist. A big shout out to RCG for leading the charge and for their continued support of our digital dialogues.
Thank you all for coming back. One seismic shift that pivoted to our understanding of the evolving B2B landscape is the wave of the SDR, the Sales Development Representative. Historically, SDR function was perhaps undervalued, often seen as a stepping stone to more substantial roles. However, in today's hyper-connected and highly competitive environment, SDRs have emerged as the unsung linchpins in the B2B sales machinery. Let's dissect this a bit. The SDR way. The SDR role has burgeoned not just in its prevalence, but in its significance. With information overload, decision makers are swamped. The ability to pierce through this noise to get that initial foot in the door is an art, and SDRs are the artist. There's not a task of a mere lead generation, but of crafting narratives that resonate, of personalizing pitches that captivate, redefining stereotypes. Traditionally, SDR were the backdrop setting the stage of the main actors, the account executives. But this is rapidly changing. SDRs are no longer just the background vocalist, but are increasingly taking center stage, orchestrating key preliminary conversations, and in many cases, influencing decision trajectory. Gate crashing appointments. With digital tools at their disposal, SDRs are breaking away from the traditional mold of cold calls. They are leveraging data analytics, social listening, and digital footprint to gain rich insight into potential leads. This enables them to not just secure appointments, but ensure these are genuinely interested qualified leads. More than just sales, an intriguing observation is the evolution of the SDR role from purely sales to a blend of sales and consultative insight sharing. The modern SDR is well versed with industry trends, challenges, and innovation. Their conversations are not just about what they are selling, but what about the value it brings, contextualized to the specific challenges and aspirations of the day. SDR versus account executives, the hot topic. The lines are blurring. While the core responsibilities differ, the SDR's role is inching closer to that of an account executive in terms of influence, depth of engagement, and strategic importance. This shift underscores the need of organizations to invest robustly in training and empowering their SDR. So, thank you very much for joining me today. We got a rich discussion ahead, diving deep into the evolving paradigms of B2B sales. Let's dive into the last section, where we focus on agility. First up is agility. I've always believed that flexibility is the backbone of any successful business strategy. And in today's sales realm, this couldn't be true. We are seeing an emerging trend of hybrid sales model, a blend of the virtual and the physical. But here's my perspective. While going remote has its undeniable advantages, nothing can replace the authenticity of face-to-face interaction, especially for significant transactions. The essence is to strike the right balance. I recently came across an enlightening case of a Fortune 500 financial service company. They leaned into agility by tuning into customer preferences, leading to a 20% rise in customer meetings, a testament to the power of listening. Second is insights. We dwell into insight. As we harness the power of hybrid models, there are an incredible treasure trove of insight at our fingertips. I have always advocated for a deep-rooted understanding of customer behavior. Digital footprints like how long customer interacts with page or the type of reports they download can be a game changer. These subtle clues offer a roadmap guiding our sales strategy. Third is technology. With a plethora of tools available, the real magic lies in discerning what truly matters. It's not about having a most advanced system, but the most powerful one. A recent example that caught my attention was a B2B firm that effectively used virtual whiteboard. Such tools, though simple, can enhance the depth and the quality of virtual interaction. Last but not least, talent. The hybrid world has expanded the horizon for talent. From what I have observed, this approach is removing barriers and paving the way for richer, more diverse talent pools. Organizations are no longer bound by geographical or logistical constraints. It's Renaissance period for talent, and I'm excited to see how this shapes up our future sales strategy. Like our sponsors, RCG, who have an inside sales as a services, where the SDR are well trained to manage different geography. They are a global player. They have SDRs who can speak French, who can speak German, based in India, working on it at half the cost. So, If you are requiring an SDR services, don't want to spend $10,000 a month, reach out to us, our wonderful sponsor. Finally, in wrapping up this deep dive, it's evident that B2B sales is not what it was even a few years ago. And at the heart of this transformation are roles like SDR, who with their agility, insights, and relentless drive are scripting the new narrative of B2B engagement. The SDR wave isn't just a trend, it's a testament to the evolving dynamics of business relationship in our digital age. As I wind down, one realization stands tall. Adaptability is our North Star. The hybrid model is not fleeting cloud, but a transformative storm. And as we journey through this metamorphosis, invaluable allies like RCG are the win-win in our world. Listeners, your perspective enrich this dialogue. Let's keep this conversation alive. And once more, a heartfelt nod to RCG for fueling this episode. Thank you very much.
That's a wrap on this episode of Mr. Iyer's Digital Dialogue. Before we close out today's episode, a quick reminder to all our listeners. If you found value in today's insights and discussions, be sure to subscribe to Mr. Iyer's Digital Dialogue on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and other leading podcast platforms. By subscribing, you'll stay updated with the latest episodes and continue to delve deep into the ever-evolving world of digital dynamics with Mr. Iyer. Thank you for tuning in, and we look forward to having you join us for our next episode. Until then, keep the dialogue going and keep pushing the boundaries of digital innovation. Farewell, and stay curious.